Familiar shrine. Okay. Right. I'm gonna do that option. I'm not sure if it's a good idea if you're spiritualist doing this. I don't know if anyone's familiar with this event in chat, so probably should have a look. Not sure what the delay is on chat between the video and yeah, it's probably about 20 seconds, something like that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do this option now. Let's go looking for this. Right. Do I have... what do I have going on? Right, that's nearly grown. I'm going to move him over there in a minute. Oh, is there a leader I can buy yet for no, one I want, still not there. Ooh, I could buy a defensive guy to stick on that army, I think. Which I'm not... I think you can do it now for defensive armies. Not sure if you could before. It's maybe a bit of a waste. This time in the game now. Right, let's go and survey down there. I should have enough of a defense here if we do get unlucky. Hoping, or one more, let's do that.
Construction complete.
Okay. Right, that mining station amazingly got done. Right. Energy started going down for some reason, I don't know why.
Star system charted.
Okay, that's done, good. Let's get serving up here. That construct... there's a lot of minerals up here actually, and let's go and grab some. So Shrine to the Old Gods, there are 3 different ones. And I've got a feeling there might not be anywhere near. Yeah, in a small amount of Apocalypse I've played so far, I've noticed this a lot. A lot of the events seem to be not so much located near to you. So they're hard to do now because of that, especially with how traveling works. Okay. I should be able to get...
Anomaly found.
Now. Yeah. Let's do that one. Right. $3 for that. Okay, right, so we're about to have a lot going on, I think, here. Faction founded by the scientist Kashnaka. They call themselves Obedience, Loyalty, Duty, and Vanguard. Right, so this faction happens to be the totalitarian faction, the autocrats, and it looks as if I'm doing a good job keeping them happy already. I happen to have an imperial authority, one of the reasons I picked it. We have a stratified society, I have caste going on, 2 population types. Well, you can have it with 1 population type, but 2 certainly helps. Traditional domination. So I could actually get this pretty soon if, for my next tradition pick, I pick domination. I should get enough happiness to make them happy, and having 1 faction in at this stage in the game will give me 2 extra influence per month, and that's a huge amount. I'm only earning 3.5, so I will be picking that next. The issue is I'm not a big fan of domination really. It unlocks, well, it's mainly to do with tributes and vassals. I'm not going to be doing that anytime soon really. I mean, arguably there's some nice stuff. Yeah, but I don't really plan on picking civics that help with vassalization. There are some, or ascension perks which help with it or give bonus for it. But yeah, I'm going to be picking the opener definitely. Each category you pick adds extra 5% cost. So the plan is going to be pick the first one and then move on. I'm thinking of getting that pretty early on, because then I can colonize more. Yeah, bringing my 2 species up to 20% habitability, which is the minimum I need to colonize stuff.
Construction complete.
I'm going to want Tami though, spiritists like that, and I'm also going to want supremacy at some point, definitely. Right, so mining station there. Right, let's get reselling you. Over to here. So it looks as if I'm running low on food again, so I put them over there. You know what? Let's not do that. The reason why is that would cost me 100. If I do that first, that makes him a slave, then resettle. Cost me half, 50. Okay, so that's a useful tip, I guess. Let's stick that over to there and make some food. Hydroponic. Right, I should be getting this tech, which is taking a while because, oh, yeah, I've been busy doing stuff in there instead, which stops it. Just wondering why that was taking so long. Right, Briskly's waiting. That can get me some more minerals. There's a chance of pirates turning up again. I've probably got a big enough fleet. Do I have a big enough fleet to deal with those? Yeah, by the looks of it, since we're equivalent. Are they still wary? Yes, they are. They're probably going to get even more wary when I'm on their borders. But we're xenophiles, so I do actually do less. I get less border friction, which is one of our benefits. Okay. Right, let's just check in chat for a minute. Take the old gods event, yeah. Did you restrict military service for subspecies? Yes, I did. I don't think I'm going to turn it back on, although it would give me 1 more unit temporarily. Okay, yeah, my you know what, you're actually right. Chat mentions they would be better for offensive armies. Yeah, they would, because they're strong, aren't they? My base population, yeah, is resilient, which is better on defense, but not for offensive armies. Yeah, you make a very good point, and I think I am actually going to change it then. I changed it probably long enough ago to change it back, so at least temporarily I'll have them as offensive armies. Where am I looking for? Species? Set rights. I put on limited military service. That one allows leaders, but the serviles are terrible leaders. Okay, so I should, because that's there, get another pop on here soon. And yeah, I should have not changed that at this stage in the game. It was a mistake, as it turned out. So yeah, I could have been hiring those guys. Have a look at the details. Yeah, they are better, aren't they? 3.75 because they're strong. Right. Glancing hit. I was thinking about long term, because long term I actually may, well, I'm probably going to have 4 subspecies for this race. That's kind of the plan, and I'm going to get rid of Decadent and make them very strong for one of those subspecies, so then they would be my best combat race.
Special project complete.
Okay, so have we been lucky with this special project? Based on that text, no. Change planet class to toxic world, destroys a colony. Ammonia biosphere modifier added, giving the following effects. Crush Scene Prime 3 Society. And it's removed from the game. Okay, well, yeah, not exactly lucky with that. I don't know what the chances of that happening. I think it might have been... Well, I've done that event 3 times now, and I've had a negative event 3 times. Twice I've had that from memory. I may have done it 4 times and I've forgotten the other time. But yeah, that's not good. That's size 14 planet, which would have been probably size 16 with the edict thing. Oh, I forgot to show you that, didn't I? So yeah, I can come in here later on and do that, but it's rather expensive. I need some reductions to do this a lot. It's only 1 tile on that. This one is 1 tile as well because they're quite big, but the smaller planet probably would have been 2 tiles. Now those armies got taken, somehow survived even though they were on world. Let's go and bring them back to there. Okay, I definitely need that sooner rather than later then. Yeah, so I lost all that population as well. But if it had worked out, then we would have had a Gaia world. It would have been so good because I would have got 5 extra happiness when the spiritualist faction came in, and that would have been enough to keep the faction happy and get extra influence for doing so. You can't be yeah, lucky every time, but oh well. Basically.
Construction complete.
Right, so constructor got done on Zempek. Let's move you on. Now, if I get very lucky, I could be getting a lot of extra planets anyway. But I need influence. Now, in 26 months, I can get that, which will give me 2 extra influence, I believe. I could, of course, have gone for that Ascension perk that, well, it would have juiced each of these by about 14, 15 influence.
Star system
so
charted.
I could have gotten it a bit quicker. 3 per month, that's 10 months quicker in effect. I could have gotten up here, I think. Just about. So we'll see if that matters or not coming up. Right, that's surveyed. I think I'll survey here next. He's not leveled up enough to do that. Right, definitely need to get back doing this. In fact, there's a long way to go on it. My science probably went down because of losing all that population. Okay. Hopefully I'll be finding, well, a Gaia world at some point though.
Star system
They're
charted.
pretty rare. Very long term I'll be terraforming hopefully. To Gaia worlds. Survey that. Let's get some more minerals.
Star system charted.
Okay. It would have been pretty sweet though if we'd have got a Gaia world. Oh well. So I need to really start surveying over here, don't I?
Technology secured.
I could probably come up to there to have a choke point. And I would need at least 2 if not 3 up here. other than that. Right, construction done there. Science, okay, excellent. I can upgrade some of my mines. Next one. Build speeds, I think is pretty rubbish. I mean, you could just build like 6 shipyards and make them really quickly anyway. I think I'm going society rather than engineering, at least until mid-late game. So, coil gun it is. Right, let's have a look to see what heroes. Oh, that's normally discovery chance. I really like those. Let's tempt them. What about leaders? One I want here, the tile clearer, is still not there. I don't think I'll hire that scientist. With that type, I've previously, yeah, I have a frailty for just using one scientist to do all exploration when I've got those sometimes, so I'm not going to hire them just in case I end up doing that. It's more important to survey than potentially get the odd extra normally. Okay. Oh, right. Let's get these upgraded, I guess. If I had a good place for a temple here, I'd make it. Maybe I could have there. I haven't figured out where I want to stick the capital long term here yet. So what I want to have basically is preferably on an energy tile, if not a blank tile. I don't want too many blank tiles next to it, so I want to use those for like specialized buildings. So there's got 2 blank tiles, sadly. Blank tile there, blank tile there. I don't want to stick on those because I would lose those resources. That's not a bad place. 1 blank tile next to it. Yeah, so that's certainly a place I'm thinking of. So there or there. I'll probably stick the capital. But I need to clear those tiles first. That's the issue. I could stick it there actually, that's not too bad either. I need to get the 5 pop though before doing that. Before it even becomes an option. Not too far away. Right, I'm waiting on influence again to expand. They still haven't expanded here.
Construction complete.
Luckily for me. Minerals are starting to get up to half respectable levels, but let's keep on doing it. Let's cancel. Get that one, okay. Pirates might turn up in a bit. They're still on 2 systems. What type of... I haven't checked their population, have I? They're Alpine Preference, Industrious, Natural Sociologist, and Solitary. Not a great combination. Frankly, I wish that Paradox maybe made better combinations with the traits. It's a bit all over the place. Yeah.
Anomaly found.
Some like a dodgy combination some YouTubers would do actually. So let's leave that one be. Oh, there's actually a Tomb World over there. Now, Spiritists don't like Tomb Worlds. I can't remember the exact details because we don't have the faction in place, but I think settling that would be a bad idea. Huh. Look what the system happens to be called as well. So, yeah, I'm tempted to get a bit political, mentioning a few things that could happen, but, yeah, Earth is, in this Sol 3, in this instance, something has happened by the looks of it. Right, let's... Am I surveying this? Yes, I am. There's a chance that something interesting may be on there. I'm really hoping that something is very interesting on there. Ah, that's not good. So they got that system. Sadly, it was just out of time. I think if I'd have picked that Ascension perk for the claim thing, I still wouldn't have been in time to get it. So that's going to be the choke point here, I think. I'm going to get that. We'll have borders. I might make a big fortress here. I think that's going to be the other choke point. If I were to colonize up here, then I'll just fortress there, and that would be unprotected, which isn't always a bad thing, but if you don't protect your systems in war, they're going to get easily taken, and in fact they may even go to war with you because you have unprotected systems. Even if I stick a fortress there though, right next to them, it won't be all that useful early on, because I won't have an FDL interdictor, I think it's called. It's actually a tech that comes in later on. It's really, really important. I actually only found out about it yesterday, so I didn't exactly rush to doing this Let's Play, and if I had, yeah, I wouldn't have known about that. So I would have loved to have done it a bit earlier actually, but yeah,
Anomaly
I think
found.
it's better to be it's a better standard of video if I'm well informed on things before I actually start doing a Let's Play. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't super rush to do a Let's Play immediately. Actually, when I the other day did what turned out to be a feature look stream, which is unlisted on the channel, I was absolutely completely knackered when doing that, so not the best video I've ever made, but I guess it was alright. Right, so just check in chat a second. Okay. Ernest is mentioning something about later on with psionics, I think. And Elias mentions about yeah, getting unlucky with the Gaia thing. Yeah, I haven't checked the event file to see what the outcomes are. There's definitely 3 or 4 different outcomes, but I would have thought it's probably about 10% chance, I'm guessing. I may have looked at it at some point. Actually, I think I have looked at the event at some point because I know all of the options. Pretty much, so I must have done. But yeah, I'm guessing it's about 10% likelihood, something like that. Probably getting that bad toxic one is probably pretty low as well. I don't want to give spoilers for Total Recall, what happens with that, but yeah, it's definitely a great film, that is. So, decent chance a lot of you would have watched it. Okay, so we've got tons of minerals, not much to spend them on again. What's going to be happening soon though, I'm going to get that key territory, then I can grab that soon after. That's a brilliant world. That soon after, and that. So I'm going to be colonizing very quickly actually when I get those 3. I think it'll be that, then that. That's going to be all in my territory. And I might want to start increasing my fleet size. They're actually superior. So there, that sounds like a plan. Let's get up to 3 there. Have I got any techs here recently and forgotten about it? I haven't, but getting some stuff soon-ish. Old-timey tunes. Golden Disc strikes the forward viewport of the sect. Yeah, I've called my ship Sect. It was going to be the original name of the Empire. Garal the Liberator, as it is surveying the weak gravitational field of X9000. The object that is covered in cursory analysis indicates that the minuscule grooves on a disk surface might be encoded audio and video data authored by some alien civilization. So this is from the Sol system. So I could get that, just engineering. I think I should decode it. There's an event chain involved. Sounds more interesting. That one may give a boost to my Xenophile faction, maybe. But I'm guessing. I haven't had this event before. So, is it turning up here? Ah. Okay, it's still surveying over this, so maybe it's doing something. Right, let's keep an eye on this before I go losing this one. I don't want to... Yeah, this is pretty important location-wise. Okay. So, I might start making a fortress here straight away, actually. Probably should do it if they're superior. Yeah, at the moment though, yeah, they could just bypass, move around the system. When the FDL inhibitor thing comes in, what it does is prevent. They can only leave a system through the route they came unless they destroy the starport or planets. It's actually placed on planets that have strongholds as well. That's a key tech, very, very key tech I need to get at some stage. I need particles, and it's a tier 2 physics
Anomaly
tech,
found.
but has no prerequisites. Oh wow, this is what I was hoping for. This is a very rare anomaly which has 0% failure risk, which means it may be a presentient species, possibly. So perhaps the cockroaches survived the devastation on Earth that seemed to have happened in this universe, I'm guessing, but we'll see coming up if well, it should be successful because it's 0%.
Star system charted.
Okay, so the scientist done a lot of surveying over this part. Probably should come over here now, maybe. So, irradiated presentient, maybe,
Construction
which would be
complete.
super amazing. I've actually wrote down in my notes irradiated presentient, and I would want one because they actually get a leader bonus. And with my starting populations, they're not very good leaders. They have no bonuses for leaders whatsoever. In fact, even are bad at leaders, those guys. So I am hoping to pick up a good leader population type at some stage. Mining station. The other time that I know of that you can have a 0% anomaly is when looks like pirates might have destroyed that and I hadn't realised. I need to go and renew those. Cool. Let's get this one back. Oh no, that is on. Oh wow, that must have been an event actually, which I hadn't realised. Yeah, it's terraforming candidates. That's the other time, 0%, if I didn't mention it. Lost my track of thought. Okay. Train of thought. Nuclear devastation, better read this. The surface of Sulfury has been ravaged by nuclear war, and the planet is little more than a tomb. Withered concrete skeletons jut out of the ground where major population centres once stood. And the howling wind is all that can be heard on the desolate ash-covered surface. A local species of insect seems to be thriving in the irradiated environment. Mutated specimens have increased dramatically in size, and some communities are displaying signs of rudimentary intelligence. Interesting. Very
complete.
interesting. Let's have a look in here. Okay, that's the PIAC. No one else turning up there. If I look here, yeah, I think I've had this event before actually with Sol 3. So it looks like the cockroaches survived nuclear annihilation on Earth, and they have a 2-more preference. Even, yeah, they're very adaptive. To be honest, I probably wouldn't want them to have that trait, which limits their usefulness for me later on. They're natural intellectuals and not actually irradiated, which you think them would be. But these are really potentially useful. So the natural intellectuals can literally, I think, for biologicals, be the best Unity output population types within the game, and the best scientists, but they get a negative to minerals. So I could use them in a dual role potentially. I would probably want to use those on my temples, which are just Unity, maybe not on my strongholds, because I wouldn't want a good defensive army for those. I could also use them on my science tiles as well, maybe give them intelligent or traditional traits later on, which I should be able to do. The issue with these now though is it's on the Tomb World. Is that going to be a problem with the Spiritualist if I were to gain this planet? It could be. Could definitely be. But they're really very, very good. There's at least a couple of tile types that I would want to use them on. So that's pretty damn cool anyway. Definitely gives me options. Okay. So, right, what's going on? Constructors. Right, we got that key territory. Let's get here and get that next. And in fact, why don't I make a colony ship and upgrade this spaceport, which, although it may not be too useful since they can just go around it, at least give me more of a military strength in comparison, I think. Battle equivalent, good. So, and let's make a colony ship. Let's have a look at the population here then. It says high gravity, building costs and habitabilities increased or lowered. And, oh, actually it's poor mineral quality. I was thinking it was going to be high, but no, it's the opposite. So, I think I'll have my Sacrosanct population, my default population, go on there first of all. Let's hire that guy. Okay.
Anomaly found.
Let's research that anomaly.
Construction complete.
Okay. So that's, although we lost the planet, didn't get a Gaia world, that maybe makes up for it actually. Right. They could be very, very useful. There's a good energy here, I think. Yeah, let's go and grab that. And for a change, amount of minerals. Which, yeah, I've had a lot recently, surprisingly. So, get those two, get that, colonize, colonize, colonize. Actually not making a lot of energy at the moment.
Anomaly found.
It's never normally found. Right. That may be... Well, there's a failure thing for that. Yeah, I think I need the uplift technology before I can interact properly with those, which is a biology society tech. Ancient survey markers. This is the precursor thing, and that's a very good source of minerals. That, in fact, that system is rather good. A few good systems there. Let's have a quick look in chat, see how you're reacting to all of this things going on. So, maybe a quick war for the Yamathas system before they fortify it. Well, there's a station here already. I think going, yeah. Although I definitely would like that system going to war at this stage when I don't have sensors, I don't know how big the fleet is, I don't know the composition of their weapons, I haven't got the influence to make claims. I think it's a bit too early. I mean, potentially it could work, potentially, but what could happen is I just go and end up lose in X amount of systems before I would be able to end the war. And yeah, there's some good stuff here, even if I have missed out on that, which would have been nice. So I'm gonna wait a bit. When I get sensors in, when I can see their fleet and how big it is, and I have a decent fleet myself, if I think I can, well, as soon as I think I can pull it off, then I would definitely consider it. But I'm not really looking for a super early war, which this would be. Right.
Star system charted.
I wouldn't mind looking up here as well, seeing if there's an empire back down there. That's something I'm going to be doing. Well, I think I've pretty much surveyed most of the stuff over here now. So where's that to? Right, let's go on up there. Yeah, okay, let's come over to here. Right. No anomalies within my territory. When they're within my territory, I definitely want to get them done sooner rather than later, probably. If I don't have something else to do, but might want to pick up some more energy soon, because yeah, that's a bit low. Right, we've got basic computers in. Next, I think that might be new. Extra chance to hit. Definitely going to need the energy at some stage, so I'm going to go for the power now. Survey speed's nice. Not going to be using the automated exploration thing. Yeah, so go for that one, even if I don't have the scientists for it. The key, that FDL inhibitor I mentioned before, that's particles. If I remove a particles one, that will increase my chance again, especially if I were to get a particles guy later on, which I'm hoping to get. Right, so I just got computers, didn't I? So let's have a look in here. Let's turn that off as well. Delete that. Okay, so thought I just got oh, computers it was. So let's have a look. What do I want? It says fire rates and tracking. Or fire rate and chance to evade. I'm happy with the swarm option, I think. Could do one small weapon or missile. At the moment, to be honest, there's not much point in me there. Yeah, really paying much attention to this yet, because no pirates or anything at the moment. Let's upgrade those computer though.
Vessels upgraded.
Okay. And we've got a key tradition this time. So if you have a look at our factions again, I'm only 5% off from getting an influence reward here. And if I were to get domination traditions, like I mentioned before, that should do the job. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the opener. So 5% extra cost there. One adopted tradition. Now it's 10%. And I'm not going to complete that. I'm going to move on to, as I think I mentioned before, get this next. That will allow me to colonize more planet types. To be honest, I've actually been really lucky with the planet types. They've all been dry worlds. And even a fair amount of arid worlds around here. A couple. So I don't really need that habitability all that much at the moment. If I hold down Alt, yeah, there's that tomb world which I can't colonize. Okay.
Construction complete.
What buildings are here? I will want a stronghold probably on here at some stage. I'll probably stick it up there. Probably going to want at least one on all my worlds.
Anomaly found.
Because for one reason it will have an FDL inhibitor on them. On a planet then. And extra defenders, which may need at some stage, who knows. The extra unity is good as well. Right, so crucially now, influence went up as well for doing that, which is exactly what I thought would happen. And what I'm hoping now is that that's the only faction I get for the rest of the game. That would be fine by me, but of course that's not going to be the case. Something that's important is actually to have over 25% spiritualist with us, which I don't yet, even though the attraction is higher, so that could be an issue. Decent chance they'll get in at some stage. In fact, many of these will probably get in at some stage, but I've been careful to pick options that will keep the bad factions out for as long as possible and keep the good ones in, and be able to satisfy the conditions of this race. Right, this guy, let's come over and survey here. So what is that anomaly? I don't think it's anything to do with those pre-sentients. Are they turning up? No, they're not turning up there. Yeah, so I think how they changed how pre-sentients work actually at some stage. I think these days you need to colonize the system first and then uplift. Then uplift becomes available. That's, yeah, it's a bit of a problem actually with the fact there's a tomb world and I'm spiritualist. Not sure how much of a problem yet, to be honest. Might have to look into it. Not sure if we'll get them in this stream or not. We'll see. Been streaming it for a few hours now, I think. Right, Pirates are back. Chill ban they're in. Okay, so time to get these guys out. You can see here, this is where you can change your starport as well. It's a new feature. The old flag system of follow the fleet is gone. Sometimes it would still be useful actually, but yeah, this is really good. Right, let's come down here. Right, 2 months and I can get that.
Tactical retreat.
Oops. So sending a science ship through here. They're not too big. Shouldn't be a problem. And let's stick that direct on there.
Construction complete.
Okay, so I now have my second spaceport. So I can do, at some point, yeah, this is going to be a fortress basically. I'm going to want here defensive in nature. So I'll probably want that at some stage. Weapon types. And I haven't really talked about this yet. Defense platforms are something new. So a lot of like the old spaceport you had on your planet has been rolled into this. And the old fortresses that you could make. It's all been rolled into here. Yeah, so these basically give you in effect numbers like a fleet almost for your stations. So they're a lot better defensively star bases than the old fortress is that you used to be able to make. They were terrible. They could get wrecked easily, but these can really damage an enemy fleet now. So yeah, I'll be upgrading that pretty soon, and looks like I may have forgotten this colony ship at some stage. I'm not sure when that got done. So let's get this over to here. Okay, and have a quick look at chat. See what's going on. Ernest mentions once you go Mind of Matter, yeah, basically that's a psionic essential perk, for those that don't know. That will give a massive boost to Spiritless, yeah, you're right. And that's one of the reasons why I intend on taking it. So, also, when we will eventually become psionic, and the bonus for that, the long-term bonus for that when you get the second pick is 10% extra energy, 10% extra research, and 5% extra happiness.
Enemy presence
A
exposed.
change in the recent cherry patch is you can actually now get, I don't know how it works yet, but you can supposedly make other races within your empire psionic. I've no idea how it's done, but that could be very useful, especially with those guys, certainly. Right. Okay, they're coming in. Yeah, that should be fine. Let's come down to get that still. Okay. Where's my fleet to? Are they actually moving? Oh, they stopped. That's a bit of an issue. I thought that might have been fixed, but maybe not. So I think, yeah, well, maybe it's not something that needs to be fixed. I think it happens when you lose sight of them. And my ship that was in there lost sight because it moved out. So yeah, it's perfectly reasonable actually. Right. So I definitely need to clear another tile here. Let's check once again. What maybe they should add is a pop-up for when new leaders appear, so you know when to come in here rather than having to check all the time. Oh, that's, I can now get that. Excellent. And let's clear a tile at great expense. I think I'll do another science one actually. Yeah. It's just a bit cheaper because of a Master of Nature thing. 33 energy off, a third in fact. That one. Let's get that anomaly here actually with Tirana. Okay. Yeah, it's a really nice addition, these symbols here. Encountering backs. Okay. Looks like there's another empire over here, possibly. Eater aliens. Yeah, they are plantoid aliens. So I may want to expand over here sooner rather than later, get another choke point. Okay. Colony ship is en route. That's getting done. Gonna get that next. Yeah, having a influence boost is such help. I think complete. I could actually rival these guys now, and it's definitely tempting. If I were to rival, I'll get 0.5 influence. That's 1/11th of what I've got, which is certainly nice. I don't think I'm ready to though, to be honest. I'm surprised at that though, that they're not doing very well at all on those stats, especially since I'm on hard difficulty. For the previous games I played so far, yeah, the AI's been really scary, frankly. But yeah, I wouldn't. We're not gonna have a super early war against them, but at the moment it is looking like an early-ish war might happen. So right, what is here? I need energy all of a sudden. Is there a good energy source somewhere? No. Let's get that society. Actually, yeah, let's probably get some energy, even if it's not brilliant. Okay. Let's get that one as well. Right. Let's go to ship designer and have a look at this in more detail. So you can see the missiles here. I think they have 100 range. Yeah. I think we'll stick some of those on, and I'll at this stage in the game it's going to be mainly corvettes up against, so I'll have to go small with the other. Let's put that on. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Only one computer slot for this. Let's save that. Okay. So terrain is fine there. Yeah, I may start to stick some of those on coming up, but it looks like we're not into too much threat, to be honest. And like I said, they could probably bypass this without the FDL inhibitor. So I really need to be increasing my fleet size more than my for my fortresses at the moment, if anything. Yeah, but at the moment I got a bit of a money issue, so each corvette, if you're wondering, is costing me where can I see it from? Shipyard is costing me
power is hailing us.
0.79 energy upkeep and 1.58. That's how much, so I can't have endless amounts. Right, so there is an empire over here. The City Martyrs hierarchy gained a nice amount of influence for doing that. Great.